Hello, and welcome to Realm Narrative Gaming. My name's Tyler, and I play Dane the Druid in The Dark Vale, a real-play Dungeons & Dragons podcast about a group of heroic adventurers played by lovable idiots. We're so glad to have you with us, so without further ado, let's get started.
When we last left off, our group of adventurers, having delved into this disgusting sewer to open a city valve that would let the water flow free at the behest of Carlisle Redbrook, Lord Mayor Faustus's, ex-Lord Mayor Faustus's father. He charged you with doing this, and in return you would receive 750 quills, which is a lot of money. Each, yes. Solving puzzles and meeting some unexpected friends in the shape of a mimic and a gnome and a kobold by the name of Brix and Galagal. You cleared the sewers of the apparent threats, and you had received a magical key which had led you in through a painting, creating this magical doorway into this realm where this person, this Aarakocra, with the appearance of a white owl named the Curator, lived. He appeared to have the ability to apparate materialistic needs, and in return he only requested that you return to him this substance known as creature residue, which you received by killing powerful creatures. Once your small shopping had been completed, you wandered down through the sewer. In that same large canal where Dane had fought, or everyone had fought, this gigantic crocodile, nearly losing his life. Dane swam up the canal through a series of twisting corridors until he found the large sewer valve, wild shaping into a crab. And he turned the valve as the sewer water rushed out, leaving a clear walkway for the rest of you to advance. And that is where we pick up tonight's episode of The Dark Vale.
I will advance down the tunnel as a crab, menacingly. Just for fun.
Click.
I'll make my crab face angry.
Everybody get ready! There's a huge crab coming towards us.
Fuck! Smash!
One single shellfish.
I'm allergic, Dane, you know.
First the crocodile, now this.
That brings up a point. I assume that it's the case, but like, if someone was allergic to cat dander, for example, if I was a dog, would they be allergic to me?
You want a ruling on this right now?
What is that?
I've said so many names almost right now. Rondon just said something about it, and it got me thinking. If we don't need it right now.
Sure, if you jumped into his mouth.
All right, I'm going to jump into Rondon's mouth. I'm going to get a running start, and then use all of my strength to leap.
I didn't expect the session to start this way.
I'm gonna message it and say, stand back or we will kill you.
You're gonna what? You message it?
Yeah.
All right.
Like on Facebook?
I'm sending you a text.
I'm sending you a text message.
I'll reply with my mind link. That's not very nice, is it?
Dane?
Who'd you think it would be?
It's alright, it's Dane. I'm not used to this.
I'm not allergic to Dane.
None of us were quite afraid yet, Balefire. We
I was
didn't see it coming.
She's like, crap!
Freaking out. Oh boy.
Okay,
Glad to see the gym is still there.
the gym. What? Where is it? Oh, I do see it.
What?
Okay.
What'd you find, Dane?
I'll Dane shape, because I don't see a lot of benefit to maintaining the crab, even though it was my last wild shape. So as I watch it, and kind of like just shake off the muck. I got the valve open. That's where all the water went. But there's another room farther along that maybe we should check it out.
Maybe that's our way out.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's something.
Should we take Gallagher and Bricks with us, in case?
We're not sure if we're gonna have to fight our way out yet. Maybe we can,
Come back.
we'll come back for them.
Alright.
It
Do
could
we have
also
to
been. Go ahead.
Do we have to swim to get there?
I don't think so now that the water's down.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember. Maybe the dungeon master can refresh my memory.
What's the question?
How deep is that water?
And is it accessible on
How
foot?
deep is that water?
The room with like the walkways.
Oh,
Here.
so you can access it from the edges of the room. It goes into a steady, incline, but the canal in the middle seems to descend into like a large cylindrical basin.
How deep is it?
The water itself, like right where you are,
Like this right here.
I would say it's a little deeper than normal, probably like 5 to 6 feet.
So, just to clarify, the light blue is like walkable, though.
Yeah.
Okay. It might be just worth asking Gallagher what he knows to be down there. I'm sure this wasn't flooded all the time.
That's a great idea.
He's here with us, correct?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, they went
They're
back
still-
to their...
Yeah. They're still in that room with the painting.
Oh, I just couldn't remember if we had ever role played if they went with us or if they stayed behind or what that was. So,
Yeah, because we weren't sure what kind of danger there was going to be. They were like, "Hey, we're going to stay where we've been. Just come back for us."
sure, we can. I guess since we're already here, we can just press in, just instead of running all the way back.
Let's see what's in the room at least. We want to make sure we're not leading our new friends into any danger.
Alright, let's go. And I kind of, as I'm walking down that little, sidewalk area, I'm, pressing myself up against the wall, because if I fall in, I will drown.
Okay.
I can't swim!
You can't swim.
I can't.
Excuse me?
Rondon, stop it. He's done this for 10 years.
And what a great 10 years it was. And it still is.
That's weird because that means that you've known Rondon since you were 19, but he was 58.
Rondon's a weird guy.
Well, I mean, in gnome years, that's might as well be 19.
Yeah, it's still gnome childhood. He's basically a 10-year-old.
Height and all.
It's amazing that he has a job.
I'm an excellent lumberjack.
So as we're walking down, I suppose, unless there's any other business before we walk down. Well, you can't swim. What? You just never learned, or?
No, I never learned.
Can the rest of you swim?
I don't have to. I walk on water.
All right,
Me
but
too.
what if you went head first into the water?
Then you can walk
Under
on
the
the
water. On the water.
Yeah. Never tried it. But yes, I can swim.
Eric, what about you? I've heard that halflings have some sort of aversion to water. Is that correct?
I can swim some. We would play in the creek and stuff as kids, and so I can swim at that level. But if we're going to need to swim down through some sort of tunnel to get to whatever you found, I'll do my best. That's really all I can say. I'm not super strong.
All right. It's good to know.
Maybe we should buy some, floaties or life jackets while we're out, just in case. Just
Some
carry
what?
them around. Life jackets, in case you fall in the water, and then some buoys.
Are you just gonna wear it all the time?
I mean, I could, just in case. We don't have to talk about it now.
She just walks around town with like water wings on. She's like, is she okay?
like those floaty things on your arms, like.
That's what water wings are.
Oh, are they? Oh.
She falls in
No,
a
they have
puddle,
names.
just like
Yeah.
Splashing, help, somebody!
Bale, it's only 2 inches of water.
And by
Stand
now,
up.
by now I think we would have arrived at the room. Yes.
Yeah.
Just for the length of that conversation.
No, Ron not fully drowned.
Oh fuck.
No one was paying attention to him.
Is
Sorry.
that just a thing that, like,
Yep.
no one's paying attention to me? Come on.
Drown.
Pitch yourself in the sewers. Okay. We have arrived.
All right. So, as you begin to approach this entrance to this other room, there is a kind of a steady incline that ascends into this larger semi-square room. This large, emptying, rounded basin of water flowing out into the Cluid River. You can actually see from here, or rather here. Above you, you can see the splitting pathways as it kind of like it rounds out. So as you're moving up, it almost creates pathways above the cylindrical basin below you, and you can see just the copious amounts of water and sewage that is just continuing to slowly sift out through these almost like metal panels that are turned to allow the flow of air and water to release it.
It smells horrible in here.
Did you know?
It is a sewer.
Is this your first time smelling it, Bellfire? We've been down here for a while.
I feel like the stench just gets worse as we enter this room.
That's probably me.
He was swimming around.
I've been proper in the water.
I also farted. Sorry.
He's been doing that for 10 years.
One long fart.
Really? Never mind. So I guess kind of looking at this basin, is that that's the term you used? Like,
Yeah.
Is there like an obvious like drain point or anything like that?
Yes, the opposite end of the room, there is a large cylindrical opening that you can see the metal.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
exactly. Yep, the metal kind of like panels that would be turned sideways normally for it to be closed are open, so they're like you can see slits where you can feel the rushing of wind and you can hear the rushing of water beneath it as the sewage just kind of empties out into what you can assume to be the Clwyd River.
And so you said that we would assume that it usually is closed. So is that something that we would probably want to do, is close it back up?
No, you opened it up. So Dane opened it up to allow the free flow of the sewage.
Gotcha. I'm following now. Okay.
I wanna, I guess make my way, over here where you described the slits or whatever. But as I walk, I want to make sure that I'm not gonna step on something that's gonna spike up at me.
Okay, gotcha. So as you kind of continue along this, these upper pathways that seem to split off into kind of diverging pathways, you can see on the ground just the sludge and muck, and below you can see this very dark, deep, greenish water below you that just kind of moves on its own and swirls, and you can see the currents of water that are just kind of creating these just these patterns in the water, and you can see feces and other types of matter just floating around down there. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
13.
Gotcha. So as you are continuing to walk, you can see that there are some rats that kind of scurry past your feet. Though it doesn't seem like there are any traps. You can also see that at the edges of these sectioned walkways, there are these rusted orange kind of railings that prevent you from being able to fall into the water.
Oh, thank God.
Eventually, as you reach the other end of the room, you can see this kind of iron gate, and beyond that, you can see the metal panels that appear to be straight, facing you, allowing the free flow of air. But as you reach that gate, you begin to hear what sounds like the bending and creaking of metal. And you see these panels begin to suddenly move and begin to shift to close as you hear this other type of squeaking.
So they were open. So these were open and now they're closing?
Correct. They are currently closing, yeah.
And what is this? It's called like metal bars or?
Like an iron gate, yeah. Yes, Eric.
As we walked down the passageway to this area, there are, it looks like some grates or something along the southern wall. Could we see anything through those? What are those?
Good question. Those are actually doors that you had passed. They are on the opposite end of the passage that you are on, but you could make out that they were doors.
Interesting. So, do we also hear those gates shutting? The iron gates?
What you can hear is, yeah, I would say that you would be able to hear the metal beginning to bend, as if they were beginning to close once again.
What is that noise?
That's a good question.
We should check on Balefire. Her first mission, we don't need anybody else dying.
The gates! They're closing.
Okay.
She's out of breath. I love it.
The gates are closing!
On the road. And I'll turn and rush back toward the valve. Rundun, will you come with?
Absolutely.
And anyone else can come too, but I didn't want to go alone in case there's something down there closing it.
It's okay.
I yell as I'm like running down the passage.
Anyone can come with me!
Yeah. You're all invited if you like! Yeah, I will run down. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, I'll kind of wait in the doorway to make sure nothing comes from behind us, essentially. Kind of, if I hear them yell, then I'll go fight with them, but the last thing we need is somebody sneaking up on us and getting us trapped in a hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up towards the gates and see if I can jam anything into them to stop them from closing or anything like that. But it'll take some time for my tiny little legs to get over there.
And I'm going to go to the other. So there's the one, the right one and the left one. I'm going to go to the left one to make sure to see if they're closing as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I guess while I'm running, I want to be listening to see if I hear anything ahead of us that is like interacting with that valve that I turned.
Gotcha.
Or what?
Real quick, Kwansing, what are you using for a light source?
Oh god, I'll pull out a torch.
Okay.
I thought he had a torch already.
I think
did,
you
but I've put it out. Yeah.
And Bale, what are you using? Oh, I think you have dark vision, don't you?
Yeah, but I'll also, I'll use my cantrip light.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually touch this, this railing right here.
We also have to remember that we have a dog.
With light. Can you see it, Brendan?
Yeah.
That way, Eric can see too. And it gives us light. Like over here. Is Perry going with you guys?
No way.
Okay.
Perry's your dog. You keep it.
Okay. Well, he was by Kwansang, so I guess.
No, you're good. I was just messing with you.
Okay. Like I'm moving.
And plus, it's safer in there, it seems like.
Perry's gonna stay here.
Like, this dog is like, I don't like being left alone. And then immediately we're all like, oh god! Everyone run in different directions and no one thinks about this dog.
Okay. So, Dane and Rondon, as you rush down the corridor from before, entering the spiraling set of rooms, you eventually come into that one central chamber where the sewer valve was, and you can see that it indeed has been turned.
Before I touch it again, I want to see if I can see any remnants of whoever was here before.
Make an investigation check.
Right.
I'll give him the help action.
Okay.
I'm going to give myself guidance as well.
Go ahead.
I do my hand thing.
I do my hand thing.
My ninjutsu.
All right,
Killed it.
with advantage and with guidance. Investigation, you said?
Yep.
I believe that's 18.
Nice.
Okay. You begin to scan it, and it's very strange because you can see what look like the remnants of handprints made out of some kind of diseased sludge. But looking a little closer, the handprints are also made of what look like tiny little, like rodent feet.
Oh god. Rats.
And we didn't pass anyone on the way down. Rondon, help me with this, and I'll go to turn the valve to open it back up.
Okay.
And I just push Dane out of the way and just do it myself.
Okay.
All right. Rude.
Okay, so you turn and you turn and you turn, and once again, Eric and Bale, you can hear the squeaking and grinding of the metal as the metal panels suddenly straighten back up. Except you can't see past where the panels would be opened. You see this wall of blackness as they open.
Like a physical wall, or like there just is nothing.
Like a physical
I'm looking
wall.
into the void.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Okay. That's not horrible, but it's not great. 12.
Okay. What you can see as you kind of get closer using your senses granted to you by the items that you carry. This wall is indeed made out of a solid substance, but it seems to shift as well. You can see it moves in and out. And what you thought was just a mass of black, you can start to see these little hints of what look like bundles or bunches of fur moving in between each other, creating this wall.
You guys left the squishies all alone. Eric, I'm gonna...
Bale,
take a
let's maybe put a little distance between us and that.
What's in there?
Whatever it is, there's a lot of them on top of each other in making up it. Have you ever heard of a rat king? This reminds me of a rat king.
I've not, but it doesn't sound pleasant.
Yeah.
Harry, go get the boys.
Does Perry do that?
You commanded Perry to do that?
Yeah.
You see Perry just look at you, just kind of that same sad, droopy expression on his face.
Perry, go!
Its ears lower and it lays down.
Come on, boy. God damn it.
Pick up Perry, fireman, carry him.
Yeah.
Yes, Dane.
I was just gonna say, Rondon, we need to make sure we're not alone right now. Let's go get everyone else, and I'll start making my way back around the spiral up to where Quan Seng is currently at.
Okay.
And as we're going, which I guess since he was helping with the investigation, we kind of put our heads together. We both saw the same stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It seems as though there's some sort of like slime with rats in it, right?
It sounds awfully gross.
Right.
How? That's just the question.
I don't know, but it's not going to let us open the sewer that easy. We're going to need to work together on this.
Eric, if it's a rat, could you talk to it?
Oh, that takes me 10 minutes to be able to do.
Oh, all right.
I can start that process, but let's check in with Quan Seng and Rondon and Dane.
All right. Come on, Perry.
Ooh. Yo. This is going to be rough for me.
Why?
I have a first level spell slot, none wild shapes.
Yeah, most of I have 1 3rd level, 1 2nd level, and all my first level left, but...
Yeah. Kwon-seng, there's some sort of... something closed the valve again, and that whatever was touching it, it was some sort of slime matter, but there were like rodent feet within the sludge. Doesn't make sense, but there's something that's working against us.
So, like a sludge monster who is made up of rats?
That's what I'm thinking, is if all the rats are pasted together with sludge, and it makes sort of a body that's just so, I don't want these sewers to be open.
This sounds like a disturbed child's arts and crafts project.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, let's go and let's meet up with. We have to find everyone else. Rondon apparently just ran on without us.
Bye!
We're running to the end of the tunnel, and Dane stops to talk to Kwon-seng, and Rondon just keeps running.
It's weird how he does it, that one.
He's been doing this for 10 years.
Whoa, Rondon,
He just...
slow down. There's like a rat king or queen
Sorry,
down there.
gotta keep on running.
No.
Been doing this for 10 years.
Eric saw something.
Sorry, did you say Rat King?
Well, I've just heard of rat kings. I don't think if that's a rat king, it's the biggest one I've ever heard of. I think most rat kings are like 8 rats. That looked like hundreds of, I don't even know if they were rats, but things like rats.
Well, first off, I've never dealt with rat royalty, so this will be interesting. Secondly, me and Dane, we checked the valve down there, and it looks like, little rodent paws, which would explain, rats, but also sludge, slime. So I think we found our culprit.
That is so curious. Why would the rats want the sewer filled?
As you're having this conversation, you hear once again the metal begin to creak. The panels you can see begin to close, and you can see that from the edges of the room you can see a whole bunch of these cylindrical piped tunnels that lead into this room, and you can hear what sounds like the rumbling and the rushing of water as these tunnels suddenly begin to spurt out all of this sewage water. And from the edges of this elevated kind of crossed platform in this room, you can see the water slowly begin to rise. As from the corners of this room, you can see in the darkest places, what you thought initially was darkness suddenly begins to spread apart in this black mass on the corners of the room. You can see tens of hundreds of red, luminescent eyes just peering at you from the darkness.
Yuck. And so you said we see that?
Yes.
Okay.
We need to go back towards that valve.
Yeah, I think a retreat is the best move.
This is a rat empire.
And as you guys begin to move, you can see that right from behind, or right where in front of where Bale had placed her light, you can see this large, almost like a cluster of rats suddenly begin to droop down from the ceiling in the form of a giant drop. And just suddenly, you can feel the impact as hundreds of rats suddenly begin to scurry all over the places from all the corners of the room. These sudden swarm of rats begin to close in on your location, and I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
At
Oh
some
my
point,
god.
I made a comment about low-level adventuring and fighting rats in the basement, and you just took it way too far.
You got your rats,
Lord.
Tyler.
Yeah, no thanks. Holy buckets. Oh, I'm. Yeah, rat kings are gross.
Yeah. There's one in The Last of Us that they call Rat King, and it looks disgusting.
Oh, that's right. Brandon doesn't have the USB thing yet. I was trying to figure out who we lost.
I'll bring that to you tomorrow.
All right, so Eric.
20.
Great roll. Balefire. Okay.
17.
That's also a great roll. Dane.
14.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like the Wii Sports when you're golfing and it goes, oh. Kwanseng.
16.
Nice.
All right.
Rondon.
14.
Dang, we rolled tight.
Yeah.
Did roll tight. So tight, yeah.
Me? I'm Titus.
You're Titus.
His clothes, whack. His rat kings, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile,
Whack.
whack.
So believe it or not, Eric Mugweed, you are first in this initiative.
Excellent. So, the big drop hit the ground, rats started scattering, but at this point, are they still mostly clumped together?
Yes.
So the thing I'm seeing on the map as rat abomination is a big mass of rats.
That is correct.
Okay. Lighten it up with fireball.
Okay.
Yeah! Burn it all to the ground.
Is this our first fireball?
No, I did a fireball against the beholders, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Down in
Okay.
CosQuest.
Yeah, I remember.
So dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
Okay. So that is a 17.
Ah, darn it, really? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I still have.
still half. I need 2 more D6s. 1 and 2. There we go. All right.
I've spoken to a bunch of rats. They all hate fire. That's a thing that we druids do. We talk to rats and stuff.
22. 32, so half, 16.
We get it, Tom.
16 points of damage. All right. As you see that the fireball streaks forward at it. There is this gap that is created in it as the streak goes right through it, but still explodes from behind it as it kind of... The force of it gets sent forward and it kind of loses shape for a moment into this amorphous blob, and then suddenly begins to rise once again as this kind of... You can see limbs forming on this creature. That is your action.
Yes, that is my action. As a bonus action, I will burn a second spell slot in the same turn and summon my Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And then I am going to the around the perimeter here. We've got R1 through 6. Are those just individual rats, or what are those?
You can't really tell for sure at this distance.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move forward, which isn't much, but it's a little bit. God, do I want to do that? Yes, fine. Okay. That's it.
All
That's my
right.
turn.
Gotcha. After your turn, you can see the pipes from all around the edges of the room, spewing out this horrible sewage water. The water level rises 10 feet in this room. Okay.
So is it spilling over those railways yet? Those railings?
Not just yet. Nope.
Okay.
But you gather with enough time, you'll be in some trouble.
Okay.
I'm remembering the player chat where we were like, hey, what do we do next? What are we going to do tonight? And like it got decided for us.
Yeah.
All right, you see as the rat, this like small, I would say a small rat swarm from the entrance of this chamber suddenly rushes you, Kwansing. It seems uncharacteristically fast, and as it reaches you, you can see that it tries to bite at you with these horribly discolored yellow and green fangs.
Oh, gross.
And that is a 14.
It misses.
All right.
Yeah, so as it tries to bite, I'm like, oh, no. And like, I see the yellow and purple fangs, and I say, watch out for the fangs. And I move out of its way.
Gotcha. Kind of clocking it in the face with your staff. It chips a little bit of your staff as you move it out of the way.
Oh, yikes.
Balefire, it is now your turn.
All right, so I'm going to come over here to Rondon, and I'm going to. Well, actually, I don't need to. I'm gonna cast haste on him.
It's not a touch spell?
Nope, it is 30 feet.
Okay, there you go.
How much extra movement does that give me?
It gives you your speed is doubled, and then plus 2 to your plus 2 to your AC, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional attack on your turn.
Nice. Perfect.
One attack.
Yeah, and then I'm going to activate my blade song
Okay.
as my bonus action, and I'm going to move over here next to Perry. And that's it.
Gotcha. So you cast that spell as you bring your blades out and you like kind of rubbing them against each other. This kind of sonic song, this interference begins to play as the melody of your blade song begins. Kwansing, it is your turn now.
So as that thing rushed me, I obviously, it just misses me, and I kind of clocked it in its head, but I'm gonna bring my staff back around and swing for its legs with just a normal quarterstaff attack. That's a 27 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And it takes 10 points of damage. And so as I kind of hit it, I'm going to try and disengage.
Move it.
It wasn't an air lacing attack. It was a normal quarterstaff attack.
Oh, does it not apply?
There's quarterstaff and then there's like air lacing attacks. They're separate.
Right, I thought that you could still apply it with your melee stuff.
What's that?
Brand, was it? His like moving stuff. If he hits with his quarterstaff, can he still do like the burst of air to move a target?
Yes, but he doesn't need to, as the blast just splits this group of rats apart.
Oh. We'll
Easy
take it.
enough.
All right, and so seeing that, I'll kind of back up towards Dane here, and I'll say to the group, they're not very strong. And then I will, obviously, I guess I've seen this big rat abomination. I'm going to keep pressing in, so that was 3, 2, 3, 4. It's 8. So I got 2 right here. And seeing the rat abomination, I'm going to attack it with just another. This one will be a air lacing attack.
Okay.
A natural 20. Let's stinking go.
Oof.
And okay. So. 6 plus 7, 13. So it's doubling the dice, so 12 plus 7, 19 points of damage.
Nice.
All right, 19 points of damage as you whip your staff around, and this buffeting wind just poof, you can just see rats just beginning to fall off of it.
And then that is where I will end my turn.
Gotcha. So now it is this creature's turn. The rat abomination moves forward. Oops.
Ooh.
The first thing that it does, as it walks up between Eric and Kwansang, advancing, you can see that it turns to face Bale, Rondon, and Dane. And you can see that from its form, these like appendages that have formed with the rat bodies, you can see it beginning to whip its arms around it, and it almost seems to like sling one of its arms forward, creating this swarm of rats that kind of appear. And you can see it do it 2 more times. These 3 swarms suddenly split off from its body and go right between Rondon and Dane, Rondon and Bale, and we'll do right here, right between Eric and Kwansang.
Cool.
So give me 1 second here. All right. Okay, and once it does that, you can see its body beginning to shift and morph as it kind of pulses and pulses and pulses, and you can see these 4 kind of tentacled masses of just rat swarms pull out from its body, and it begins to swing wildly out in front of everyone. So it's going to attack you, Eric. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
You take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Is this against poison?
This is against disease.
Okay. 19.
19 succeeds. The second strike goes out towards Kwansang. That's a natural 20.
He misses.
So you take 16 points of piercing damage as you just feel as this. It's very strange because it's like being brushed with a fur, like a fur blanket, except it weighs like 20 pounds and it's also biting you.
Yeah.
What a strange description of things.
And actually
take many more of those.
Can't reach any other people with that, so I'll have to go for the other ones again. No, you know what? Actually, it can move away. It can keep moving, so it's gonna move. No, it's gonna stay right there. Yeah. So it's gonna swing at you, Eric, for a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And you take 9 points of piercing damage, and I need that saving throw once again.
Okay, 9 points of damage. While you were doing Quan Sing, I made a concentration check on my Shadow Blade and succeeded.
Okay, cool.
Here's the Constitution saving throw. Ooh, that's a 13.
13 does not succeed. Ugh. So you take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Point of exhaustion.
This is where we die.
There we go. And then I'm going to make a concentration check again.
Okay, this is...
And my Shadow Blade dissipates.
Okay, and then Quan Sing is going to attack you again. This one's only a 13. So you managed to dodge out of the way with this one. So at the end of its turn, the swarms are now going. So this one's going to attack Rondon. As you see this pile of rats that seem to just swing out at you, flying through the air. You manage to duck out of the way. It lands and kind of splashes. Some rats begin to roll and fall in the water, just rolling off the railing, and you can hear the splashing of it from below as the rushing water continues to fill the chamber. You can see this mass just rise up like a wave and suddenly crash down over you. And that is a 19 to hit.
That just hits.
And you take 10 points of piercing damage as you feel this wave suddenly wash over you as all of these tiny little bites begin to just pierce your flesh, and you can feel all these little stings across you as you just rake your hands over your body trying to get all of these things off of you.
Well, ouch.
The second swarm now goes, and it is going to attack Bale. So as they once again swell to hit you, that is only a 4 to hit. So you manage to, it's like you're deflecting like bullets. You're like, as all of these rats are just parried out of the way. And the third swarm is going to, where did I put that one?
Right next to Quan Sing and Eric.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So I'm gonna hit Quan Sing with this one. And so that's only a 14 to hit.
It misses.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this one once again, it swells and begins to crash over you. You kind of do that thing where you like jump in the air and you twirl your staff below you to kind of keep yourself aloft for a second, and then you come back down.
Okay. I like.
At the end of that, it comes to number 2's turn. I don't think it's going to be able to get anywhere.
Yeah, it can just stay up in the corner. That's fine.
Yeah, so it's gonna stay over here. So let's see. Rondon, at the start of your turn, there is this strange kind of like diseased odor that this larger abomination of rats kind of radiates. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw. This is a magical effect, so you have advantage on this.
All right. That's what I'd like to hear. Charisma saving throw. All right. 12.
12 does not succeed. So you are affected with the Plague of Ill Omen, Rondon.
Yeah.
Until the start of your... Until the start of let me see. Until the start of your next turn, you are cursed with bad luck, and you make attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws with a minus D4.
Wow. All right.
So you may take your turn.
All right, so I am gonna attack the guy that's kind of right in between me and Dane. Is that flanking or no?
If you move one space up, you're flanking.
Okay. So
you have advantage on the strike. However, you subtract a d4 from whatever you roll.
all right. 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
All right, and
Not terribly
that
difficult
is
creatures to hit.
10 damage.
10 points of damage to swarm number 1. Okay, as you see, about half of them begin to split off.
All right, and then another 15 to hit.
Yep, that hits as well. You're subtracting a d4 from them?
Yep.
Okay.
And then another 9 damage. And then one more hit. 9 to hit.
9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, then I got one more, like, unarmed strike, and that's a Rondon crit. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
For an unarmed strike, so 10 more damage.
Damn. All right. So, as you swing your flail, just swing, swing, swing. You can see these sparks being created by the friction of your flail against the stone, or against this this stony ground. And with your unarmed strike, you take your Rondon boot and you just start playing that spider stomp game from Chuck E. Cheese.
What a great comparison.
And you stomp them out of existence.
Nice.
Nice. Although low-key, that was my favorite game at Chuck E. Cheese.
Same,
kid.
big same.
It was just satisfying.
All right, so Dane, it is your turn. Make a charisma saving throw.
All right. 7.
No, unfortunately, no. You are cursed with the plague of ill omen. So attacks,
right.
abilities, and saving throws are with a minus d4.
Well, I am going to stay where I'm at because you said that Swarm 1 between me and Rondon, that one's done, right?
It is destroyed.
Okay, so I don't have to move to try and line that up. I'm going to use a Lunar Surge that's going to target Swarm 2 and then the Abomination.
Okay, gotcha.
So, kind of as these things are coming out, this one seems a bit stronger, Kwon-Seng. And then I'm going to slam the Apexis Flora, the butt of the staff, into the ground. And then from the tip, where all the dancing little motes of light are, there's going to be a surge of moonlight.
Nice.
And that's a Constitution saving throw from the Swarm and from the Abomination. Please.
Okay, so the swarm rolls a 2.
That's a failure.
And the Abomination, 24.
Damn.
Jeez.
That's a failure. So then, well, is it a shapeshifter? Because it certainly seems to be changing its form a lot.
It is not considered a shapeshifter, no.
All right, well, that was worth a shot. So the Swarm takes 9. The Abomination takes 4 points of radiant damage. And I am gonna back up a bit to get out of dodge. Because Dane will go down pretty quick. That is Dane's full movement away from the fight.
All right, so it comes up to the rat at the northern end of this cavern, and it moves right there. As you see it sprint, and it's going to strike out at you, Rondon, for an 11 to hit. So you manage to parry its large and disgusting teeth out of the way.
Wow, real gross. Why would it try to bite you?
Ew. Yuck. Rat number 5 moves over there. The one at the southwestern part of the cavern begins to creep closer towards the action. Number 6. Creeps closer. None of them can get within striking range, but as all of the rats continue to creep further and further in. Oh, I skipped one of the rats' turns. Let me move them now. The one at the top, so northeastern part, moves closer and closer to Dane, not quite getting in range. Eric, it is your turn now, as you see death closing in on you.
Yeah, from all sides here. How high is the ceiling in this room?
In this room, from relative to from where you're standing right now,
Yeah.
about 15 feet high.
And how... 15 feet's not that tall. How tall is this abomination creature? Could it reach the ceiling is really all I'm asking.
You're not entirely sure. Its shape is amorphous. You're not sure what it can turn itself into or how high it can reach.
Okay. 2 daggers out. One of them is the flame tongue dagger. Flame on. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
And stabbing the big boy, the abomination. Other daggers out just to be ready for next turn. I've already used my bonus action, so I can't do anything with it. So that's a 17 to hit.
17 does definitely hit, yes.
Okay. So that's gonna be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 5 points of flame damage. Fire damage.
All right.
And I hate my position, but anything I do is gonna give me an attack of opportunity. So I guess I'm just gonna say, guys, we need to find a way out of here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Nothing for... Oh, no, you did use your bonus action. Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. So it comes up to the rat that I forgot last time, which is the one up in the top right-hand corner. It rushes. And it gets right within striking range of you, Dane. You hear this, like... this series of just like tapping little claws on the stonework, and you turn around and you see these red eyes suddenly come at you from out in the darkness. You hear these like piercing screech as it lunges out at you, its mouth extended. You can see his two the upper and bottom fangs just suddenly like open up, and you can see these broken, diseased, oozing teeth as it lunges towards you with a 6 to hit.
That hits.
It's like
This
super
is a-
descriptive with like 6.
Right. This is a single like monster rat.
You can see that it's larger, but it seems to be how can I describe it? It seems to be stronger because there are other rats around it.
Got it.
It's like some
But it's
kind of
not-
like ill magic is at work here.
It's not a swarm though. This is a rat.
A rat parentheses swarm kind of.
Super clear. All right. So 6 misses.
All right, perfect. And you parry it with your staff, and so that kind of you push it back a little more. Balefire, it's your turn.
All right.
You can see Perry, the good boy, kind of standing right next to you, his ears back. He seems to be kind of not knowing where to go, and you can hear this whimpering as you just hear this sudden bellowing in the cavern. Ooh! Ooh!
Don't worry, boy, I won't leave you. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on Rat Abomination.
Okay.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Where is it? Here it is. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 4.
Cool. So it takes it's taken damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. So 2d12. 19 points of damage.
Oof, 19
Necrotic
points
damage.
of necrotic damage. As
Nice.
you bang the scimitars together, and it creates this kind of like pulse wave of just blackened energy that just billows out from you.
And I have a question. Can I use an unarmed strike with a spell?
No.
Like, can I? I can't. Okay.
No, that is a if you were an Eldritch Knight, you could.
Okay.
yeah,
Never mind
okay.
then. I kind of wanted to kick the rat that was in front of me and push them away, but if I can't, that's fine.
You can do it for flavor if you want.
To get them away from us?
Not really, no.
Then never mind.
Like, go on, get. You know, like,
Get out of here.
get. Is
As
it your
a
turn
bonus,
then?
as a bonus action, can I pet
Bonus.
Perry?
Sure.
I say, it's all right, boy. It's all right.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna start like petting him, like nothing else is happening.
Sit on the
Everything is
floor.
fine.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Gotcha. Oh, actually, well, no, I guess it does matter. Go ahead and you needed to make a,
Charisma?
charisma save. It would have been the same thing for you, Eric, sorry.
It's all right.
I got a 16.
16 does succeed. Oh, you already have the thing, don't you, Eric?
I have the level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. it
Oh,
was.
okay. Well, it was a 27 on my save, so I think I probably am okay either way.
Yeah, you're good. All right. So, Kwanseng, it is now your turn to make a charisma saving throw.
Natural 1.
All right. So this sickly energy overtakes you as the plague of ill omen just courses through your system. So minus a d4 on saving throws, attack rolls, and ability checks for you, my friend,
D4.
until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
And you also take a point of exhaustion. Oh no, wait, sorry, this is the other one. Yeah,
I was
isn't
gonna
it?
say.
I was like, that is thick.
Or is that the other one? No, I think that's the other one. My bad.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's the other
regardless,
one.
I
Oopsie.
use Step of the Wind, and I say, it hurt. I am a feather, and I just move away from the rat abomination.
Okay.
And I didn't take any penalty to movement, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I, as a bonus action, can take the disengage or dash action. I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
I'm gonna get over here, and then I'll say it as I pass Eric. I'll say, "I'll take care of the larger rats. Keep hitting the big one." And I will take on rat number 2.
Okay.
And so what's my penalty again? Sorry.
Just a minus a d4 on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
It's
Okay.
anti-guidance.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
And I
Okay.
give Kwansing a thumbs up as he says that, but because I'm just holding a dagger in each hand, it's just a dagger up.
And
Got a
I
threat?
attack rat number 2.
I'll cut you.
Oh, not so bad. 26 to hit.
Nice.
26 definitely hits, yeah.
Yeah. And beautiful. 15 points of damage to the first one.
All right. Number 2, right?
Number 2, yep, right in front of me.
All right. So as you swing your quarterstaff, you can just hear this like fleeting squeal as the this like large rat with this like smaller swarm of rats around it just kind of scatters as it hits the the stonework behind it and just ceases to move.
Perfect.
Nice.
And I'll say to Eric, 1 down, and then I'll move to the left. 6. And take an 26 again.
Yeah, that hits.
That plus 10 is nice. And he takes 13 points of damage. Rat number 3. Sorry.
All right, once again, you scoop this one up as it just hits the ceiling, just squealing and just falling limp.
Perfect. And I say, I have the back ones taken care of, Eric. Tell the others to get the rest.
All right.
Hey, could you guys hear that?
Whoa.
Rondon.
I imagine right now with a chipmunk voice right now because he's hasted.
That's
What?
cute. Well, I tried to help you by laughing. Nobody else thought it was funny. I'm sad.
I missed it because of the music and I'm hard of hearing.
You're what?
Nice.
What?
You guys are cute.
You can see the water level rising once again. This time, it seems that it is right at the edge of your elevation.
It's at our elevation?
Yeah, like where your platforms are, it's like right beneath it. So it's like one more turn and it'll start to become flooded. So it is the Abomination's turn. It's going to attack. One swing at you, Eric. That's a 12.
Nope. Misses.
I'll try again. This one's a 23.
That one hits.
You take 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh no, okay. Any saves or anything I need to make on that?
No.
Okay.
And it is going to rush up to the swarm that it had expelled, and you can see it beginning to absorb it.
Oh, come on. All right.
And it swings for you with its last attack. Natural 1.
Oh God, thank God.
All right. That misses.
God damn.
Alright, so it comes to the swarm of rats. Number 2, it's going to strike out at you, towards you, Bale. With a 12 to hit.
Nope, that misses.
Okay. Number 3 is Daryada. Rondon, it's your turn.
Get it, Rondon.
Alrighty.
Hit it, Fergie.
I don't remember the lyrics. I was gonna rap, but I couldn't remember.
Now you have to learn the lyrics and rap them as Rondon.
Alright, it'll happen. I am gonna start swinging at R4 right in front of me.
Okay.
Do I still have that -4 on attack rolls, or did that end?
Let me check.
You said the beginning of his next turn.
So make a saving throw again.
Okay.
You have advantage on this.
Yeah.
Alright,
But
16.
the saving throw is not minus a d4, right? Because it ends at the beginning of his turn.
That sounds right. Until the
so
start of his next turn, yeah.
16 it is.
16, you succeed. So you shake the plague of ill omen from you, and you are free to attack as you wish.
Oh, that was terrible. 18 to hit.
That hits.
7 damage.
7 points of damage to that one.
14 to hit.
So 7 points of damage that actually does it as you bring the flail down on its body and just squelch. Is all
That
you
was
hear.
gross. So then I'm gonna move down to RS2.
All right, that's the one right next to Bale and Perry.
Yep. So that one has advantage. Does a 10 hit?
Surprisingly, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 damage.
Okay, 8 points of damage as you bring the flail down. You can see them scatter, but they do reform.
All right, and then 21 to hit.
Yep.
9 damage.
9 points of damage does do it. So you is this with your hasted attack?
Yes.
Gotcha. So you're just like swinging this thing like, and you're just like scooping these things up with its momentum.
Nice. And so I guess, am I able to move some more? Because I still have movement left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And then I am going to move right here. I guess, is this flanking right here?
Yes.
Brandon? Alright, so I'm moving to the abomination. And then I'm going to do my unarmed strike.
Go ahead.
Uh, 19 to hit.
That hits.
5 damage.
Okay, so as you swing into it, you can see that it doesn't seem as though regular damage does as much. Like, physical attacks don't seem to do that much.
Alright. And I guess I just kind of let the group know, like, hey, y'all, I'm kind of useless against this guy. Physical damage doesn't do that much.
Even from a magical weapon?
I can't answer you.
Can you answer me from a magical weapon?
It doesn't seem like yours did any. It doesn't seem as effective.
Okay.
All right, Dane, it's your turn now.
All right, I'm gonna make a charisma saving throw.
No, you are outside of the aura.
Oh, okay. So it just ends. Very nice. All right. So as this thing is rushing at me, I'm gonna kind of use this momentum to get around it to the backside of it.
Sure.
So that I've got a line on rat number 1 and the abomination. I'm gonna use another lunar surge. I'm sorry, that's only a 60-foot range, so let me double check if that is... The abomination is out of range, but...
Right, number 6 is not.
R6 is not, yes. So I will target R1 and R6
Okay.
with a lunar surge. And that's Constitution saves, please.
So that's a 9 for number 6.
Failure.
And a 12 for number 1.
Also failure. The save DC is 16. So they each take 13 points of radiant damage.
All right, and as you aim this beam towards them, you can just see that it burns a hole straight through their center, and you can see that they turn to ash as the hole splits and kind of grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can just see that they just disintegrate
Cool. All right. All right, so that's some movement and an action. That should only have been 10 movements. What's the word I want to use? 10 feet of movement. So I'm going to use the remaining 20 to start. I'm just going to start running towards that valve because I'm not trying to get drowned. And that is... Oh, many apologies. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on the Apexis Flora.
Shillelagh. Alright, so what do you do? How do you cast it?
Just kind of as I'm running, in case I'm about to run into something else, I will do another little hand thing, like Doctor Strange.
Uh-huh.
And then as I finish it, I'll like open my palm and put it against the head of the staff.
Gotcha. And the wood begins to glow like a faint, vibrant blue.
And like the cracks in the wood, like where like the grain is, like it's
Sure.
like the blue light, like
Yeah.
shining out of it.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
All right. So that brings us to this rat, number 5 here. It's going to rush you, Dane. See if we can get there first. It can. So it gets right behind you, and as you have your back turned towards it, it lunges out with a 23 to hit.
Misses.
And you take 4 points of piercing damage as this large pair of teeth suddenly chomp down on your back, just like near your shoulder. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. That is 16.
16 succeeds.
Thank goodness.
No apparent effects. That is the end of that. Eric Mugweed, it is your turn. Make a saving throw. Charisma for me. You should be good at those.
I'm going to re-roll my natural 1, because that's a thing I get to do.
Woo! Remembering your
yeah.
abilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
16.
16 does succeed, so the Plague of Ill Omen just kind of washes past you. You're free to take your turn.
All right. The dagger is flaming and vibrating, and the flames are shooting off, and you hear a wah 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 as I stab it down towards the abomination with one hand.
You have advantage on this strike,
Ooh, rock and roll.
as Rondon is harrowing it from behind.
That would be a great shirt for Eric. Yeah.
Have you ever seen?
17 to hit.
17 does hit, yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
7 points of flame damage, and give me a D8. There's a D8. 12 points of thunder damage from the booming blade. And then I'm going to make just regular old attack with my other dagger for my bonus action.
So, first of all, how do you want to do this?
Mugweed! So, if it's still in anything resembling a humanoid form, the fiery dagger stabs into what would be kind of the head area, jumping up so that I can get into that. And because it's vibrating and flaming, it sort of explodes outward, and we get a shower of rats coming down.
All right, and as that just this fiery, thunderous explosion happens, it basically carves it in two. All of these just flaming like meteors of rat fur balls just go flying across the room, and it actually lights up the top of this cavern here. And you can hear all of these rats flying across the air suddenly hit the water that is very quickly rising, and just hear as this creature is no more. However, as soon as this creature falls and all of the rats go flying everywhere, you suddenly notice as the water has slowly begun to rise slightly above your knee, and you can see Dane at the other end of the room just suddenly like trudging through water as this one rat just keeps like swimming after him.
So I still have movement on this turn. Mm-hmm. With the water, do I get my full movement, or is it like half? Or
you still get your full movement, yes, because it is not after your turn yet.
Okay. So I'm moving as far as my tiny legs will take me, up here next to Perry the good boy. Try and get out of here. That's my turn.
Okay.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
In the pause between turns, are we supposed to be keeping track of who we kill? Because we don't have numbers on CR or whatever.
So, the only creature that... Well, you know what? I'll do it after the combat.
Okay.
This one is very particular.
Got it.
So I'll say... So, Bale, it's your turn. As the creature falls, you have Perry right next to you. You're trying to calm them.
Alright, so I say, come on, Perry. And then I move here. And I'm like lifting up my spellbook so it doesn't get wet. And I say, run, Dane! And I cast Toll the Dead on R5.
Okay, so that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Okay, cool. And has it taken damage?
It has not.
No, cool. 11 points of damage.
As it just explodes behind you, Dane. It just pops.
Ooh.
Tyler, what were you just doing with your lips? Because on the screen, it was freaking me out.
What?
It's like a nervous thing I started doing where
Like shakes his lips.
Oh.
Yeah.
But your camera isn't like high definition enough to where it's like it looks like it's just like just going really fast. And I was like, what is going on?
Surprise, he's the reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Just really fast and kissing. That's all it is.
There it is.
Okay, so for the purposes of this, the cavern begins to fill. It begins to fill fairly quickly to where, Dane, it is up to you to get to the sewer valve.
Quonsang, you'll get there faster. As I keep trying to move.
Yeah, I can walk on water.
As I shout to the
And
DM.
way fast.
So, question: when I'm above water, I'm walking on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I cast my if I conjure up my air scooter, do I travel across the water, or how does that work?
The wording on the ability?
I don't think so, because the ring
Can you
lets
turn
you
the music
walk.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ring lets me walk. I'm trying to figure out.
Because I know that the air scooter lets you move on like vertical surfaces, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I guess I could just do it on the wall. Because it says I can climb up the wall with it.
Right, but your movement stops if you try to keep like staying on the wall, the spell ends or something like that.
If you use your scooter to climb on a wall on a previous turn, you must not climb any higher or the form ends immediately. So it's only if I go higher. You see what I'm saying?
I guess that's true, but you still can't go over water with it.
Okay. So I'll just run across the water. Not a big deal.
Okay.
I'll double dash. Yeah. Which gives me 100 feet of movement. And since I'm using my bonus action, I get 150, right?
If you want to use Step of the Wind.
I think that's an each turn thing.
What is, sorry?
Step of the Wind.
It costs a key point to use to dash. As a bonus.
Gotcha. That's right, and the air scooter is the one that allows it. Okay, no, we'll just do the 100. Well, I guess why not? Yeah, Step of the Wind. So 150 feet. That's a lot of time. Hold on.
30. You're looking for 30 squares.
Okay, thank you.
That's a lot of squares.
Gosh darn it. I have my measure.
Just like you guys.
So I get to here in the first round.
All right, so as Dane, as you're like, it's like that scene in Avatar where Aang is running from the giant, like, what is it, koi snake or whatever. It's like,
And as I'm running by, I'll say, "I'll take care of it, Dane," and then I keep going.
So Dane is Dane is swimming as Kwanzaa begins to run faster and faster and faster. Eric, Rondon, Harry, Bale, the water slowly begins to rise higher and higher as you're having to tread water. The top of the cavern is getting closer and closer as Kwanzaa, you're just speeding down this hallway, just like running on the walls and just like.
I can't swim. So I'm drowning.
Bale, hop on my shoulder.
Well, you can.
Third round, I get to here, and I've used 3 key points at this point.
My book is still up.
But I won't use any more after this because I should be able to get there.
Gotcha. The water has now gotten to the top of this chamber. You guys are holding your breath, kind of trying to swim towards the end of the cavern. As Kwanzaa, you get to the valve. Make a strength check.
Oh my god. But
Mike's background.
oh, it's a strength check, right?
Yep.
That's safe. Okay. 14.
14. All right. You just slowly begin to turn, and it suddenly gives and just.
Oh, thank God.
All of you inside this large chamber, the water suddenly begins to drop as you suddenly take a large breath as the water descends and descends and descends back to its normal levels, and you're left there laying on your backs on these upper platforms. As
Is my spellbook okay?
It is soaking wet.
Fuck.
Yikes.
Even though I was trying to hold it up?
Yeah, it's not ruined. It's not destroyed, but it's wet.
Okay.
It's alright, we'll take it back to the house, we'll put a fan up in front of it.
Okay, so as you guys are laying there, your backs against the grimy stone, Dane, you are just like soaked as you're just like slowly just walking up to the that spiraling hallway. You can hear like the sogginess of your boot, each footfall just as Kwanzaa just comes around the corner and.
As I make it around the corner, I'll say that was close for even me. Hi, Dane.
Good work, Sing.
We should check on Bale. She said she couldn't swim.
Perhaps it's something that maybe she could wear that ring for a bit.
Don't go offering my stuff to other people. And then I walk away.
I wasn't offering. I was just saying to you, maybe that's a thing that you can decide.
Don't ever talk to me that way again.
And as he's like doing his monk speed walk, good lord, he's prickly.
He walks everywhere with purpose.
With
a
my
power
spell
walk.
book in my hand,
Okay.
and I'm looking through it to make sure it's okay.
You gather that with the limited exposure to water, it'll be fine, but it'll definitely need to dry before you start using it effectively again.
Do I see her inspecting it?
Yeah.
I'll say, may I see it?
Sure, here.
And I'll just like kind of tuck it in like a baby, and I'll just slowly be putting air on it.
Okay. Yeah.
How I imagined it was you just like open it up and just like
Rip all the pages.
They go flying.
they're just dry now.
Not what I wanted to happen. Here.
How do you do that?
What?
What does the air come out of?
My body.
I don't think she was talking about your farts, did Quan saying.
I gather the air that is around me.
Very cool.
No, you. It's probably not dry, but it's drying, correct?
Yeah. I mean, it'll take a while.
Sure.
You gather with enough downtime, it'll not be an issue.
Well, I need a proper bath. It's disgusting.
A bath would be very nice.
That's why I didn't take one before coming down here. Why get all clean when you're gonna be wading through muck?
That's what I always said about making my bed, and Mom wouldn't buy that. I'm just gonna get in it later. Why would I make it?
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, Eric, none of us are your mum.
But I did expect you to make your bed in the morning.
Rondon's kind of a stickler about it. He has been for 10 years. When I first started at the guild, we bunked together every morning. Dane, are you gonna make your bed?
An accent within an accent.
I know.
You did a
I was
good
thinking
job.
too.
You did a really good job.
How does this character that I'm doing imitate another character? Oh. Is the, we don't have like a black wall anymore, right? Like we can see outside.
What was that?
Correct. Yeah. So, you can indeed see outside, those of you who are using a light source or have the proper dark vision.
Excuse me. We do have 2 people that we need to bring with us.
I can go get them.
And I'm not sure how much of that residue we would have gotten from fighting these things. But there's a chance that we can go back and maybe buy some stuff from that strange owl man. And I heard Eric talking about doors around that tunnel. I didn't...
Yeah, back down. every time you go back down to the valve, you're probably looking at that side of the passage. It's the other side. There's some doors there. We were heading here, so I didn't really pay much attention, but they're there. We could check those out while we grab the Galefax and Bargatral. What Bricks and Galagot?
That's a good guess. That's a good try, Eric. I'm just thinking that once we leave, we're not going to want to come back.
You're not wrong. I'm a little curious because we found
I'll help you.
Dwarf graves down here in a sewer, which seems weird to me. I'm curious what else is down here.
I'll help you look.
So
God.
Happy sewer monster. I can go get Bricks and Galago.
You know, with all the strange things that we've seen these last few months, I've just stopped questioning anything that I find anywhere. It's just, I never knew anything like this happened, and now it happens all the time.
Makes for a great story.
It does. We should make a podcast.
You should make a podcast.
I start to walk towards the doors.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
sort of lightly jogging, trying to keep up and completely failing.
With Perry, I'm gonna go get the guy.
I'll slow down and keep pace with Eric, even though it's driving me insane because I power walk everywhere.
Gotcha.
With my level of exhaustion, I'm just, oh God, can you please slow down?
Very easily, you look inside the rooms. None of them are locked, and you can see that they are just filled with pipes. Nothing else of interest seems to be inside these rooms except for one of the rooms. You can see that there are a pair of doors that stretch out into this kind of long hallway with another pair of doors at the end. Reaching this point, you come across another room, a rectangular-shaped room with all of these differently marked valves, all of which are open.
Interesting.
Well, I don't know what this is for, but I think everything's working the way it's supposed to be, as far as I can tell, right? So, just leave them as they are?
I would venture to guess you were correct, Eric. We can make our way back to the others and let them know that these doors lead to the valve system.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I guess we walk back and kind of wait for Balefire to return. Or I guess I walk back. Is that what you're doing, Eric?
Yeah. Were we going to go see the curator again, or are we... I'm fine either way. I am hanging on by a thread here.
Could we just check our bags and see if there's any extra in there? You know what I mean? Because it's we can feel it, right? Like we're able to check the amount.
It's in our it should be under copper, under your currency.
Yeah, so Eric, from killing the rat abomination, which was indeed a rat king.
Oh, wow. Okay. Grace.
You gained 5 CR.
Okay.
Like how based on the map, now that you've revealed some stuff, we didn't kill any of the rats, we just yeeted them off the map.
Very cool, Brandon. Well done.
Thanks. Balefire, for killing the last giant rat with the smaller rats, you gained 1 CR.
Oh.
And then Kwansang, you did the last blow of the swarm of rats, so you gained 1 CR. Because they were all like 1/8 or 1/4.
Gotcha.
How much was that spell book? Was it 10?
I think it was 10, yeah.
Okay.
How much do you have, Bit? Oh, you're not back. Never mind. When you get back, I'll ask you.
Okay.
We can conversate about it.
I closed my Smeppy, so I don't know.
The spell book is 10, based on my notes.
Okay. I guess.
So you went to get...
Bricks and Galgo, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, you reach the chamber where they were kept. You alert them of the danger that has passed. You escort them down towards the lower channel and into the sewer basin. And very soon, you all are met with the exit of this sewer. The iron gates. You can open them. You travel out to
Well, we were gonna...
What's that?
We were gonna decide if we were gonna go back.
Look at the key for the curator's realm.
Oh, it can only be used every so often.
Oh, gotcha.
So that answers that question.
Yeah. So you can only use it every 3 days.
Okay.
Dang it.
It's okay. We can always come back.
Right. Alright, sorry, Brendan.
No, you're good. You can use it to enter any painting as long as it's worth 500 gold or more.
Okay.
Now, the key itself can only be used 3 days, or can only be used in that portrait once every 3 days?
It has to be... You have to wait 3 days before you can use the key again.
Got it.
Yeah. So as you guys open the iron gates in this like large cylindrical, almost like a pipe, you can hear the rushing water of the Fluid River. As you step out onto this platform, you can see the sewer emptying out into this large, free-flowing river. It is still very dark outside, but for the sake of brevity, you all manage to use various ladders that are placed there to climb down around the wilderness area, find your way back into the town of Berkshire, and we'll take a break here. And when we return, we will figure out what your next move is. All right, guys, so you all have made it back to the city of Berkshire, so we're not listening to this weird fucking music. All right, so you've made it back to the town of Berkshire. Things have calmed down, quite a bit since, the last ordeal that happened. Curfew is no longer a thing. While there is still some confusion and distress, the community has come together. And especially now that Faustus is gone, there is a sense of support and understanding throughout the whole town. You all make your way in through the northern gate. People make a wide berth around you as you are covered in just feces and you look terrible too.
Let's
Rude.
Hi, my name is
Get
Belfire.
to
We
some-
just battled a rat king in there.
nope, let's after we all take a bath. Let's save that.
All right.
Not at the same time, Bellfire. That's not how we do things here. We'll take our own turns to take a bath.
Well, Dane and Rondon might do it that way.
I mean, that's a guarantee.
What's that from?
It's SpongeBob. It's Squidward's like scrubbing himself with the.
Oh yeah. Then SpongeBob
and
just,
then
pops up.
SpongeBob is also like scrubbing him.
Although
I imagine it.
Eric did try to get in on my bath last time.
Should we try to go to the mansion?
Okay, that's not exactly the way that happened, but okay.
Alright, let's go to the manor.
Let's go to the manor.
Okay.
To the looking like this? Is this okay?
They have the baths, Eric.
This is proof
Yeah.
that we did
The
it.
washing machines. I feel
I will-
bad because they're not washing machines, they're servants.
I would get
Synonyms.
married in this, Eric.
What?
I said I would get married in this, Eric.
Rondon, you're getting married.
Not
Take
yet.
me on a
but
date
someday.
first, Rondon.
Balefire, you're coming on way too strong. I don't even know if I like you yet.
Oh, Rondon, that's
I,
not polite.
I only kid. And then I turn to Eric, just shaking my head.
Get me out of here, man.
As Kwansing's walking, he's kind of looking out for Persea. Obviously, not. I'm not gonna go to her shop, but just to see if she's
Priscilla?
Priscilla.
Persea. Yeah,
Is
sorry.
Persea the elf?
Yes.
Yeah. So many Prisses.
Anyways,
Including Rondon.
Yeah.
Wow.
no, you do not encounter either Priscilla or Persea on your on your journey.
What about Bruno?
Anyways,
Sorry, that was just a long callback.
making your way through town, you find your way to Carlisle Rudbrook's manor. The guards recognizing you let you enter the abode, and you are led through with a wide berth and enough distance, and you are instructed not to touch anything.
Should we clean up first? Would that be preferable?
Let him see that you have done your deed first.
Alright.
Just
sorry.
don't touch anything.
Can I have a seat there?
No.
I will give that gentleman 10 quill.
Okay.
This covers some of the cleaning costs. Sorry.
Much appreciated. And so, eventually, after some time, you are taken to what looks like a waiting room of some kind. There are some guards there, but mostly just to make sure that you don't sit on anything or lean against anything. Eventually, Carlisle Redbrook, yeah. You're taking people's eyes over there, or what, Drew?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Eventually, Carlisle enters the room. This, darker skinned man, older, kind of balding on top, but this white, kind of frazzled hair that comes down past his shoulders, this long, white beard and mustache, aged skin, dressed moderately elegant, not Faustus elegant. He says, Oh, well, I see you've returned. And bearing good news, I hope.
It's done.
You have my gratitude, as well as... And he, gestures to someone kind of in the hallway, and there are several servants that come out with these rather large, red velvet coin purses with these gold tassels around them, on top of these velvet pillows with the same kind of golden thread around them, and they present them to each of you.
Oh, brilliant.
Am I allowed to touch this?
Yes, this is your payment.
Give it back.
If there's any costs for any mess we've made on our way in, if there's a cost for using the baths...
Think nothing of it. Consider it my treat.
Also, Dane, we murdered a lot of people in here, so, it was already pretty messy.
Also, Rondon, I didn't murder... Did you murder people in here?
Well, they had it coming, but... let's move on.
We're not going to talk about that anymore.
Mr. Mayor, this is Brix and Gallagher. They were living down there, and we thought maybe you'd be able to help find a more suitable home.
There was something that Faustus did that drove them into the sewers.
You can see him look down at them, and his expression just softens, and he says, I'm terribly sorry for what my son might have done. I will do my best to right his wrongs. Please, stay in the manor while we figure it out together. They nod, and he gets some servants to escort them to be bathed and dressed and taken care of. And he says, now then, you all are welcome to stay here if you'd like. Take advantage of the baths and have my staff wait on you.
It's all the same to me if we just... I'm not attached to these clothes. We can just chuck them.
I'm kind of attached to my clothes.
Yes. I would like to take a bath.
I'll take the bath. I'm not going to ask anyone to clean this. I'll get new ones.
I'm gonna take a bath with my clothes on.
2 birds with 1 stone.
2 trees with 1 swing.
That's the Timber's way.
That's the Timber's way. My pappy told me that one. That was probably one of his more smarter phrases that he came up with, but...
I would like
a good night's... Sorry, good night's rest, a good night rest. I rest my case.
I would like it very much if you could clean my clothes.
I shall have it arranged.
Thank you.
Now then. Yes, of course. Now, if there is nothing else, I must attend to some matters.
We are all DED dead tonight.
Now that you've done this thing for me, I'm going to have you murdered in your sleep.
Enjoy your stay. And he wanders off.
Very generous, thanks, and I'm heading to the bath.
Eric, don't touch anything.
In a brief moment of playful spirit, I run after Eric and shove him aside and say, "That one's mine!"
Oh! Push me into the wall, and there's just a big slimy stain on the wall.
I just start imagining, you just start to walk on the walls.
Yo, you know what's so funny, though? This stains on the wall, and I'm like, Eric, why would you do that? Just passing blame.
Kwansing!
And as you guys run throughout the manor, just as before when you had come in here sneaking through, you can see a numerous amounts of valuable paintings and vases and all kinds of expensive just trinkets and decor.
How valuable are the paintings?
I mean, they look really well made.
Are they valuable enough to stick our key in it?
501 gold pieces, for instance.
Quite possibly.
We have to wait like 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep in the bathtub for 3 days.
But if we don't want to go back down in the sewers, we can just kind of bring the key in here and can do it that way.
That would be ideal.
I'm not keen to go back down there.
I am gonna go take a bath. I need it. And I head straight to the bath.
Okay.
Likewise.
I'll see you lads later.
I will head straight to a different bath.
Perry and I will head to our own bath.
And I'm gonna somehow work our ways that we're all taking the same bath.
Oh, God.
Just slip in servant's quill. Just draw one bath.
Lead them here.
Yuck, dude! Could you imagine getting all the gunk off? Like I am refilling my own water. By the way, I'm gonna get all the grime off and then refill my own water so I can take a nice relaxing.
All right, so over the course of the next couple hours, you are all bathed and cleaned. Dane, there are shirts of available size should you so wish to take any kind of like fancy garments from here.
I'll borrow something nice until I can go and purchase something for me.
Sure.
And then I've got a thing, but Drew was crossing his fingers.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was just for flavor, as Kwansing is kind of in the bath, he just kind of keeps the water his second bath, his clean one, keeps the water kind of above his mouth. He's just kind of sunk down in it, and he cries because it's the only opportunity he has to, not in front of his friends. So
Gotcha.
he just kind of sits there and remembers good old Pip.
Good old-
Good old pepperoni.
It's short for pimp, remember?
I forget.
Anyways,
How many servants are tending to this process?
you have anywhere from 3 to 4 servants tending to your needs.
Like me personally, or that's how many are like...
Each person, like between the buckets of water that need to be like heated and brought up to the bath, to the cleaning of your clothes or disposing of your clothes, to just making sure that you're not making a mess and like wondering and whatnot,
Right.
and then like any other kind of personal requests and stuff.
Sure. So each of my servants is going to get 10 quill
Okay.
for their trouble. I know it's Carlisle's treat, but please, just for the hassle. I'm so sorry. So is that 30, 40?
We'll say 40.
40. All right. And I have to add 750 before I forget. And then, are all the baths like in adjacent rooms?
I wouldn't say all of them are, but there are. I mean, they're in this general like vicinity.
Okay. I'm going to ask one of the servants if they can. It's going to sound like a weird request. I'm going to ask one of the servants. Can you show me to where where Eric, the halfling, is?
And they do.
Right into his bathroom.
So, Eric, There's a knock at the door.
Who? Kwansang, this one's taken.
No, it's me, Eric. I was hoping for a word.
Come on in.
And I'll kind of shield my eyes as I...
Oh, I've got a full bubble bath going.
Okay, perfect.
The servants are like also covered in bubbles, and they're just like over it already.
And there's 3 or 4 more in here, I imagine.
Yeah.
So they also each get 40 quill.
They each get 40?
Each get 10.
Damn!
40 total. They each get 10. So I'll take 40 more off. I say, could we speak for a moment? I'll make sure to get anything that he needs, but I just would like a word in private.
No. No, they take their leave.
Because I'm just like, I've got a towel wrapped around me, and this will be the first time really to describe it. I'm sure that we've camped together.
Car abs.
Oh no, he's got like a working man's muscle, but he likes to eat, so
Shredded V.
Right. But there's like that fractal, like lightning scar, like the burns that like kind of come up the chest, and then like as he turns to like pull up a chair, as I turn, like my back is just scar tissue, like it looks like bark on a tree. And I'll sit down. Eric, I've been wanting to ask, this priest, he said if you don't do it, you'll lose your power.
I don't know that's true. I just know that the guy who gives me my power has set me this job, and so I assume that he can take away the power at a moment's notice.
And what do you know of the guy who gave you the power?
Almost nothing. I know he appeared to me. Appeared makes it sound more sinister than I guess it was. He just came to me at Greenwood, and he knew that I wanted to be an adventurer, and he gave me the ability to do it. And, well, he's talked to me a couple times since, and honestly, he's come through for me in a couple cases where I didn't know how we were going to get out of a jam. So...
But in return, he's asking you to murder.
He says he needs me to retrieve this man's soul. I don't know anything about that, but he also says to me that the people who he assigns to me and Finnan is also working with or for him. They're people who deserve it. I don't know what he considers deserving.
How do you feel about this task that's been assigned to you?
I hate it, but it might be a necessity. I'm not gonna run in and kill the man. I'm gonna spend some time seeing who he is a little bit first. Find out what it is that makes him deserving or a target. If he's somebody that, listen, we've taken we've taken out a lot of people who we said were worthy of death. And maybe this is another person. I don't know. I don't want to lay any of this on you or on Rondon or Kwansing or Pit or Bale, but I feel like it's something I need to at least continue to work towards.
For my part, it sounds like this task was given to you because of the magic you used to save me. And I won't have an unpaid debt to an unknown party. So if you go through with this task, I will help you with this one task. I'll have no one coming to collect, especially someone that we don't trust.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Which brings me to the other thing I wanted to say. I have to believe there's other ways to get power. And if you would wish it, if it's something you would ask of me, I would help you find a way out of this deal and into another source. If it's something that you wish, I won't push it on you, but I like to think that, and maybe this is wishful thinking, I like to think that you're a better person than them. And I cast no judgments on the choices that you've made. I don't think you understood what you were getting into. But it just doesn't seem like you. So, do with that information what you will. And I'm sorry to have disturbed your bath, my friend.
Kind of scoop up some bubbles a little bit, like it's gonna be playful, but there's just no joy in it right now. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. Thanks, Dane. I want you to understand that what I'm doing to keep the power that I've got is to help in any way I can protect all of you. And so
I know.
We haven't known each other long, but you're all very important to me.
Thank you, Eric, for everything you've done. And I hope I can repay it. I'll see you soon, my friend. And I will kind of slap my thighs like the Midwestern, well, time to hit the road.
Yep.
And with the last kind of smile, I'll exit the bath chamber and let the servants know that his bubbles need refilling.
Gotcha. Exiting the room, you find your way to an empty chamber with a big, luxurious bed. All of you finishing with your baths and your clothes being cleaned. You begin to take to rest as you pull the covers over your bodies.
We will find you a proper trainer, Perry. Rest now.
They lower their head, kind of sinking into the plush blankets, and there's this, like, not loud, but you can hear there's a snore.
Puppy snores are the best.
In the middle of the night, I want to make my way over to Balefire's room and knock. Oh, you guys, I'm knocking on Balefire's door. It's getting steamy.
Do I hear the knocking? I want to wake up to the knocking.
No.
If he wakes up to the knocking, I will kill him.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Balefire, in the middle of the night, you hear a knocking sound at your door.
Not a watchdog, I say. As Perry is like slithering. We'll work on that. And I get up, and I like open the door and like, hello?
And that's when the murderer jumps out.
I say, you did good for your first. Oh God!
What is that, canon? Is that real? Oh shit! Perry, it's all right. It's Quincy. Come here. Come.
I say, you did good for your first mission. And I pull off my ring of water walking, and I say, I don't want you to drown next time.
Thanks, Quincy.
This is 100% my idea, nobody else's. And I give it to her. And I say, I would have thought of it had nobody said anything. But thank you. And I turn and walk away back to my room.
Okay, so add Ring of Water walking to your inventory.
Isn't he so sweet?
Did you just propose to Belle?
Yike.
Knock on the door in the middle of the night, give her a ring, walk away?
I've been up crying, guys, okay? I don't sleep very well anymore. My friend died. Sorry, you guys can just move on.
All right, so as you return to your room, eventually everyone takes to their rest. Eric. As your head hits the pillow, there is darkness. Moments later, you hear the sounds of heavy rain. The racking of wooden shutters as they swing wildly with the wind. A cold chill spreads across your trembling flesh. Within this darkness, light is replaced from a sudden flash of lightning. You stand over a mutilated corpse, your dagger in hand, dripping frigid liquid crimson onto a polished marble surface. The dagger falls from your hand as a thunderous boom follows. The sounds of hundreds of screaming voices echo and plead inside your head. Flash. The rapid whipping of wind stirs the furnished interior of this desecrated home. Boom. Another flash. You see the vacant expression of the corpse at your feet. A thunderous boom. Your breathing becomes heavier. Flash. You grab your head and pull at your hairs. Boom. And you hear a voice say, "You continue to impress me. Flash. Good work." Boom. And you wake up.
Immediately grabbing any paper writing utensil I can. I'm going to try and draw as close as I can a picture of the face of the corpse. Try and burn that face into my memory.
Okay.
Did I recognize that face at all?
You did. It was Cathel.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Dane.
Oh shit!
Well, I'm not getting back to sleep now.
You have had a long rest, however.
Okay.
This person you saw had thick brown hair, large brown eyes. They are a woman.
Oh, Cathel's a female? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was Mac that assigned them male.
Okay.
I was listening back to it, and I said they like a bunch of times, and then Mac said, yeah, he. And then you guys kind of went with it.
Okay.
Might be. I accidentally gendered them.
That's alright, bud.
Okay, so
You monster.
does my room have windows?
Sure.
So I know it's kind of hard to tell because the sky is always dark, but if I can look out the window and get any kind of feeling for what time of how long I have slept.
Just go ahead and make a survival check.
That's cocked. Oof. 5?
You're not certain, but you know that you feel rested.
All right, I'm leaving my book and my wand on my bed because those are things that are associated with his power, and I'm opening the window and using the boots to walk down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go try
You open
and
the
go.
window. There is a pretty heavy rainfall that you can immediately feel as you kind of open the window.
Hood up. Moving on.
Okay. You begin to walk on the walls. And you're heading where?
I'm heading to Cathel's house, but not the actual house, across the street, and I'd like to get myself up onto a roof of a house across the street and just observe.
Okay. Sneaking off. It isn't terribly difficult, as walls are no barrier to you. Trudging along the gardens that surround the manor, climbing over the iron gate. Visibility is pretty shoddy. There aren't many people out, but those that are out, you can't catch very many glimpses of what or who they are. All of them with their hoods up. Some of them with kind of crafted like parasols or umbrellas. You make your way towards the richer district, retracing your steps to where you had figured out Cathel had lived. The dull white light from the crystal still illuminating the city, or the town. And the spaced flashes of lightning and booming thunder echo around you. You stand 80 to 90 feet away, nearing the street. You can see several guards, 7 to 8 of them, with hooded lanterns, all of them wearing these cloaks protecting them from the rain. The house from your dreams lies in a mirrored image. Shutters open. Doors thrown open. And as you climb one of the buildings opposite from it, you look into a large balcony with an open doorway. These kind of silk curtains flowing as the wind whips violently. With a flash of lightning, you see a lone arm extended on the ground with a trail of blood coming from it. And a single dagger next to it.
I'm checking to see if I have all my daggers. I have the flame tongue dagger, a regular dagger, and then one that was damaged by the gelatinous ooze or something that damaged it. Those are the 3 daggers I own. Do I have all 3 of my daggers?
You do not. The one that is the one that is not damaged is the one that's missing.
Oh my god.
Looking at the placement of the guards, do I think I can get over to the house without a guard seeing me?
You can certainly try. It would require some stealth, given the lighting and the rain. It is easier to do so, but mind that you could fail.
Yeah. The window that I'm seeing that through, ground floor, upper floor?
It's a second story, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my position until the movement of the guards, till I think I've got the best opportunity.
Make an insight check.
And try and run across. Insight?
Yeah.
Not my strong suit. 11.
Okay. Okay, observing them for a moment. You suddenly get the sense, this is your time. This is your moment right now.
I'm going.
Okay, make a stealth check.
17.
It's not terrible.
making your way across the cobbled street, your feet creating these kind of splashing sounds as you just hurriedly and stealthily make your way. You manage to sneak behind, kind of like between the houses. The guards don't seem to notice you, but there is a lot of muffled talk that it's not very audible with your passive perception through this rain, this downpour.
If I can scamper up the wall to that window to see in, I want as good a look as I can get.
Okay. Walking up, kind of having to shield your eyes as the rain is coming directly down onto your face. You kind of have to just maneuver across. You eventually reach the second floor where this alabaster kind of stone carved balcony, rounded, is presented in front of you. This kind of like large archway with these set of double doors made of wood and glass lie flung open, and you can see these the silk curtains kind of like just whipping around out from the wind.
Make a... Okay. Knowing that I'm soaking wet, and so if I go inside, I'm gonna leave tracks that will show that I'm there. I'm just trying to kind of get my head in the window as much as possible and examine the scene. Can I see anything that looks different from the vision, the dream I just had?
It does not.
I'm gonna hightail it out of there. I'm going back to the mansion. The manse.
Okay. Scurrying down the wall, you begin to make your way back to the manor. Everyone else, you awaken in your bedrooms with the pleasant sound of rainfall. This rumbling thunder just distantly calls to you from outside of this plush sanctuary.
I lay in bed for a while longer listening to the rain. And then I realized that Rondon's laying next to me. And just When did you get in here?
It's been... I can't tell time.
What are you looking at your wrist for?
You can see that he has on like a handmade pajama that says "Best Friends Forever," and it has embroidered like caricatures of you and him.
And somehow you're wearing one and you didn't have it on when you went to sleep.
Rondon, did you change my clothes?
No. I had the servants do it.
That's not better.
Well, I wasn't going to do it.
I was making a joke. Is this canon now?
It is now. Sure.
All right. I recoil from this unexpected presence next to me in this huge bed.
I got lonely in mine. It was way too big.
Now come, Perry. We're gonna practice a few tricks. And then sit.
Make an animal handling check.
It's a D8.
What?
I was gonna roll a D8.
What?
7.
7? He looks at you for a moment, and you can see the ears go back, and there's like a sudden like up and down motion, and he just goes,
Sit like this, and then I sit down.
It doesn't seem They don't seem to understand.
Okay, well, we work on that in the morning.
There you go.
I kick in Belle's door and like, Perry, you're supposed to be sitting. Sit. I'm gonna enter in everyone's room.
Okay.
On their scene.
So eventually Rondon makes his rounds until he gets to your room, Kwanseng.
And I am in my room. I just sent you guys an image.
What the fuck is that?
I am in my room practicing my stretches and doing my meditations. And I'm laying on my side like that. I saw this image the other day and I was like, dude, Kwanseng definitely could do that, right?
Yeah, nice.
So I have my ears plugged though. His hands are like behind his head, but my ears are plugged and I'm laying sideways, like planking on my side for those listening. And I have one foot holding me up as a balance beam. And I'm just trying to be calm and collected.
And I kick in his door like, Kwanseng!
And I barely hear it through my plugged ears and I go, I am not surprised.
I have the alert feed.
Yeah.
Which I definitely should take, but everybody
so
should
good.
take it. But
And I'm just like, good morning, Kwanseng. I'm just doing my rounds.
I say to Rondon, I say, you should try this.
I'm gonna try it. How do you do it? Would you put your foot right behind you or front? No, front. Right behind you.
Put it in front of you,
All right.
one leg straight out, and use your elbow and your foot on the ground to balance yourself.
Can I do a check on it? Is this athletics there, Brando?
What exactly are you trying to do?
He's trying
Exactly.
to imitate it.
Yeah.
The same thing that he's doing?
Yeah.
To hold that pose? Yeah, I guess that'd be athletics.
Cool.
It's a great feat of strength to do that stuff.
Cool. Dirty 20.
All right, there you go. He does it.
I open my
He
eyes
might
for
not
a
have the
second.
form, but he has the muscle to back it up.
Right. I open my eyes for a second, seeing Rondon, and I just smirk a little, and I'm like, I never thought he would try this.
Is this right? It feels almost right.
And then I say to him, be careful, Rondon. When you do these things, it is to release all tension from your body.
And I let out a little fart.
Yep. And I say, including your gas.
Feel the power crunk. Oh, yeah. I can feel it.
I just.
It's such a good part of that movie.
And I make eye contact with Kwanseng. I'm like, feel the air around me, and let out a bigger fart.
Please go bother somebody else, Rondon.
And I'm gonna do a little prayer to Vaniel while they're doing that
Sure.
in my room.
Gotcha.
She comes to our room to do it. She's like, hey, I gotta pray.
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to pray. Okay, so you meditate for a minute and just speak to your deity.
I'm going to take a moment. Unless there was more to the prayer part.
Nope.
Brandon.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I couldn't tell if you were going into a new sentence or not when I started talking. I'm going to take a moment now that my bed is just me in it, and I'm going to stretch out. I'm going to try and listen to the rain. Because that's the thing that Tyler actually
love
loves. Like, if I wake up in the morning for work and it's raining, I'm late for work.
For legal reasons, he's joking.
Whatever. And then I'm going to get up and, I don't know, that conversation from last night's sticking with me, so I'm going to go talk to Eric quick.
Okay.
And then another.
A few moments pass as you knock on the door and there is no response. In fact, it starts to worry you because usually Eric is pretty quick about that kind of stuff.
Eric, I'm not bothering you. Are you awake?
No response.
Is the door unlocked?
You check it. It is unlocked as you push it.
As I'm pushing it open, Eric?
As you walk inside the room,
awake?
you can see the silk curtains from the room are kind of flowing as the window was left open.
And then Rondon pops out from right behind the corner. Hey, I checked this place already. He's not in here.
You can see a collection of water beginning to form at the bottom of the windowsill.
I guess I want to close the window so there's no more rain getting. I guess I'm going to look out the window to see if I see anything.
What you see from here is just out into the city, or into the town. Sorry, Berkshire is a town, not a city.
Yes, Brandon.
I keep mixing myself up.
I don't even like that they're two separate things, so.
It's just population mostly.
Right.
And so you can see out into the town. The harsh rain kind of stings at your face. It's very cold, and you suddenly begin to get chills. And as we cut back to Eric. Eric, as you are running through the streets, your heart is racing. These images continue to collect in your mind of this gruesome, horrible act. You run out of breath and you slow down. Looking down at the ground, you can see a puddle forming. You see your own reflection there. And inside that puddle, you can see the shape of something else near you. As you look up, you see the dark form of that smooth-talking man. It looks down at you, these red eyes glowing, the cigarette in his mouth, or the cigar rather, does not seem affected by the rain at all. As he puffs on it, you can see the embers glowing from within, framing the malicious skull hiding beneath this thin illusion of flesh.
What did you do? What? Did you make me do that? I saw it, but I don't think I did it. What did you do?
Now is this the thanks that I get? I knew this plan of yours wasn't gonna work from the start. You're too soft, Eric. You don't even remember because you asked not to remember.
Do I think he's telling the truth about that?
Make an insight check.
Nine.
You're not entirely sure, but it frightens you, the thought of it.
Who was she? Why her?
Who was she? She was someone who came from nothing, wanted power. I gave her power, But I also had a debt to collect. 10 years I gave her this power. And what did she do with it? She worked against the poor, disowned everyone she knew because they didn't have the money to be with her. These people, they deserve it. I only take the wicked. And there's something that you need to understand, Eric, because I'm getting tired of this back talk. Last night you came to me. You asked me to make this easier for you. But you know what? I'm through with playing games. Because there's one thing that you don't seem to understand, is that I own you!
So that's gonna be me? Is that gonna be me in a few years? And there's gonna be somebody else who doesn't remember killing me in the night?
No. Don't think of it that way. You are someone more special to me than that. Let's call you a project. In time, you'll figure out what exactly that means, but for now, you will do as I say.
Or question mark.
He takes the cigar from his mouth and flicks it. As it spins through the air, you can see the trail of smoke and ash it leaves. And as it hits the ground, everything goes black. And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Dark Veil. If you like what you're hearing, there are 2 huge ways you can help support us. First, by spreading the word to your nerdy friends and family. And second, by leaving us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. If you'd like to keep up with us on social media, you can find us on Facebook at Realm Narrative Gaming, on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at RNG Presents, or go straight to our website at rngpresents.com.
The Dark Veil is a production of RNG Presents and features Mac Anderson as Rondon, Tyler Brinker as Dane, Drew Dolan as Quan Sang, Carla Elfritz as Balefire, Mike Lewis as Eric, and the Dungeon Master is Brandon Rubio. Our theme music provided by Aiden Chan. This episode edited by Carla Elfritz. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on The Dark Veil.